Think of the sky like an invisible highway in the air. Planes fly through these routes every day. And yes, countries actually make money from them. Here's how it works. Every time a plane flies over a country without landing, that country charges a fee. It's called an overflight fee. The amount depends on two things: how heavy the plane is and how far it flies over that country. For example, if a Boeing 737 flies over Pakistan, it might have to pay around $580. And if it's a bigger aircraft, the charges go even higher. That's not the only way countries earn from aviation. There are also landing fees, parking charges, passenger taxes, you name it. All of this money helps fund air traffic control, airport operations, and other aviation services. But when things heat up politically, skies can close. And when that happens, it hits hard, both for airlines and the countries involved. Let's take what's happening right now. After a deadly attack in Pahalgam, Pakistan shut its airspace to Indian airlines. India then did the same. Now both sides are feeling the pinch. Pakistan is losing money just from these closures, most of it from lost overflight fees. On the other hand, Indian airlines like Air India are taking a hit too. They've had to reroute their planes, which means longer journeys, more fuel, and higher costs. Air India alone expects to spend around $600 million more per year because of this. And it's not just India and Pakistan. Airlines like Lufthansa and Air France are also avoiding the area, which means longer flights and more fuel for them too. So the skies may look peaceful, but when countries start blocking airspace, the impact is real and expensive. Open skies are not just about travel, they're also about trade, revenue, and diplomacy. And when they close, everyone pays. For more explainers like this, subscribe to Dawn News English.